The first person to know my boyfriend was cheating on me was my own sister. She just forgot to tell me she was the other woman. When I introduced Daniel to my family, I honestly thought my sister would be happy for me. Her name was Ava, and we'd always been close. We borrowed each other's clothes, went on weekend trips together, and told each other everything. At least, that's what I believed. Daniel fit into the family almost immediately. My parents liked him, my cousins got along with him, and before long, he was coming over for birthdays and Sunday dinners. After about a year together, something started changing. Daniel became harder to reach. He'd disappear for hours, cancel plans at the last minute, and always had an excuse ready. Whenever I brought it up, he smiled, hugged me, and told me I was overthinking everything. The strange part was my sister. Every time I told her something felt off, she defended him. She insisted he was probably stressed from work and told me not to ruin a good relationship over small things. Then one Saturday, I drove to Ava's apartment without telling her because I wanted to surprise her with coffee. As I walked toward her building, I saw Daniel's car parked outside. At first, I smiled. I assumed he was helping her with something. A few minutes later, they walked out of the building together. They weren't arguing. They weren't talking like friends. They were holding hands. Then Daniel leaned over and kissed her. Neither of them had any idea I was standing across the street watching everything. I didn't scream. I didn't run over to them. I quietly turned around, got back into my car, and drove home. For the next week, I acted as if nothing had happened. Daniel kept texting me good morning. My sister kept asking when we'd all have dinner together again. Neither of them knew I already had my answer. A few days later, my parents invited the whole family over for my father's birthday. Everyone was there. Right before dinner, my dad asked if anyone wanted to say a few words before we ate. I stood up. I thanked everyone for coming, smiled at Daniel and Ava, and then connected my phone to the living room TV. The first photo appeared on the screen. It showed Daniel and Ava holding hands outside her apartment. The next picture showed them kissing. The room went completely silent. Nobody said a word. Daniel looked at the floor. My sister turned pale. My mother started crying. My father slowly stood up, pointed toward the front door, and told both of them to leave. Neither of them tried to explain. They simply walked out. That was the last family gathering my sister was ever invited to. About a year later, I heard they had started dating officially. 3 months after that, they broke up because Daniel had been seeing someone else behind her back. When I heard the news, I wasn't surprised. The way someone enters your life is often the same way they'll leave it. I never got my sister back. But I never lost another minute wondering whether I was the problem.